is an example of our Waytouch Premier, our global niche in the marketplace. These are going to be examples of our healthcare market, one of our strong markets that we're able to really showcase any type of mapping dynamics, whether it's a two-dimensional map or 2.5 or even 3D, which is something that we're the only ones that are able to really push the envelope of design with. You can look for the campus, the different floors. I can click on a directory and be able to get turn-by-turn directions, leaving the campus, walk into another location using our smart pathway algorithm, entering that building, zooming in, and taking you to that location. Now these maps are actually provided by the client, so it's design elements that they wanted to showcase. I can click on the bathroom. So all of those touch points we added within our Waytouch modular. So it's just a PDF with added capabilities to show healing or marketing, and then say map it. And then again, that's our touch points adding into the solution that you can also send into a QR code, or you also have the flexibility to print, or you can also email, all of that kind of fun stuff that you would want your users to engage with so they can take the pathways with them, and you don't have to worry about them forgetting where they're going. You also could add Google Maps into the equation and be able to kind of map out the different locations and showcase the directions of how to get there. You can do the different services and about us, and takes you back home. And then there's your Waytouch Premier example 1. This is another example of our Waytouch Premier for healthcare. This is actually a VA hospital that wanted, while the screen is idle, to promote some different videos or some health information. You can mute the audio or unmute it. We can actually add a button that says unmute or mute. They can touch the screen or they can touch the close, and it opens up into our 3D wayfinding. So from a previous example, which was 2D, here's more of our 3D. You can rotate into 360. If you really want to have some fun with it, I can pinch and zoom, and I could actually move through the wayfinder in 3D, through the hallways, pinch back out. I can click on a 4th floor on the top right with the stacking and click on, let's say, patient unit, and do get directions. And it'll actually show me a stack of where the elevator is going, and I could pinch in, pinch out, rotate it. All of these flexibilities are built into our software. Any individual, from a novice to a designer to an integrator, is really able to create their own designs, from a floor plan to a campus, possibly even showcasing 360 panoramas. So you're doing some wayfinding association in real-world environments where I can, if you look on the right here, I'm rotating this image, or I can do full screen and rotate this image 360 degrees so people can actually figure out where they're going. I can say view inside the building, and maybe I want to look at what this location is. So this is the dining room, and then do full screen, and they can kind of see what the dining room looks like before they go to that location, and then they press get directions, and it takes them to that location. Gives them step-by-step application, where we can also send this to a mobile device, and that's what this VA has done. They didn't want printing or emailing. They wanted people to utilize our mobile app and have it as a URL so people can have all of this information in their handheld smartphone devices or tablets. And it all has wheelchair accessibility capabilities, so people can go through a wheelchair ramp. They can touch for help. It gives them a lot of flexibility to figure out how to use the system. They can add PDFs into it. They could add different videos, maybe bus schedules or anything like that, and the bus schedule can come from a website. contact us, and then back to map, and then view by department, and gets me back to where I needed to go. So that is one of my favorite designs, one of our strong wayfinding applications from Waytouch. Here's another great example. This one right here is actually what I would call more of a 2.5D map. It doesn't have the 3D 360 capabilities. I can pinch and zoom, but I can't rotate it. I could look for maybe the campus, which is a nice map as well. I can pinch and zoom. It's vector-based, takes a second, and then you can see everything kind of populate into place. You could click on a location like the cancer center, say get directions. That pop-up can also be designed in any way you want. And then our smart pathway algorithm takes you from point A to point B using the smartest and shortest pathway. Again, you can access wheelchair ramps, preferred scheduled routes, whether it's a detour, whether you want them to go through, let's say, gift shop or anything like that, or maybe even want them to go to a patient room. Certain hospitals don't want that application. Maybe they want them just going to the nursing stations. You can pick and choose where the route begins and where the route ends using the Waytouch Premier. You can also search by the directory. They also wanted to possibly search by the parking. They can have points of interest, so they can add Google Maps into it. They also have social media, off-site medical, dining for breakfast and lunch and other information. And then they also added a bus schedule, which is their website of their bus terminal. All very flexible and easy to create, not just a wayfinding solution, but more of an interactive concierge with wayfinding. This is one of my new favorite healthcare Waytouch Premier designs. It's a 46-inch touchscreen. We just shrunk it to fit for the preview mode. You can do multi-language, so they have it actually in Puerto Rico, and I can click, let's say, English instead of Spanish. And we simplified the user interface. They want it to be very easy to understand. So where are you going? The simplest button, everyone knows to click that. And then you have some options. Maybe I want to go to the CCU or something like that. I can get a pop-up of the coronary care unit, say map it, and it'll show me how to get there. Even the arrows can be straight line or multi-arrow within the settings that any user could really define and change out. You can say send to a phone through a QR code for either turn-by-turn directions or a full mobile app, which we have built in. View by departments, which again could be populated from a data source. I could also rotate the map and the buttons in order for someone, let's say in a wheelchair, to be able to grab the map. They can pinch and zoom it or click on a floor, say map it, click where the restrooms are, and it'll highlight that for you. Press home. I can do it in Spanish and say where the hospital information, or view by floors and take me to the 4th floor. And then I can click on the location in Spanish and it'll give me the pathways. Step 1, and then step 2, and I pressed English, and there you go.